As far as Tech By Her program is concerned, we started this program in the month of April when we had the COVID fiasco. And thanks to my team and thanks to all the mentors and the experts, we've been able to pull up a phenomenal job. And all the startups were basically trained on business, tech, and communications. And they also had some deep dive sessions in terms of marketing, in terms of sales, in terms of legal aspects in all their respective countries from where they operate out of. And really excited along the whole journey in the past 6 to 7 months. And I wish them all the very best. And I wish them, again, all the very best for the demo day today. And I'm sure you would find their businesses really exciting and interesting. And I hope that there will be some kind of engagement and collaborations in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashant. You mentioned we've been very blessed and excited to have our partners from GIZ who have been with us on the journey. And from GIZ, I'd like to introduce Jan Schwab, who is the head of the unit for digital transformation in Africa. Thank you. Welcome, Jan.
Thank you so much. And I'm also head of the MEKT project. It has been going on since 2017, and we've experienced so many things in the last years. And one of my greatest disappointments was that female founders are really underrepresented when we look at our whole activities and portfolio. So when we started in 2017, we found out that less than 30% of our participants were female founders. And in the same year, the ministerial initiative Digital Skills for Girls was launched under the German G20 presidency. And then we immediately said, okay, what can we do to change this situation? It took us a long time and a lot of learnings. And we were really happy that in our collaboration with MEST, we found actually the perfect partners to go along with and really design this new project or this program from scratch. I really loved what I've heard now, what you've done in the last month. And a demo day for me always is a big, let's say, a big moment when you see that all the work and effort that has been invested both by the participants, by the female founders, by the coordinating team who has done a wonderful job, by the mentors and many partners surrounding this whole, let's say, little ecosystem as such, that today I'm really looking forward to seeing what has come out of it. MEKT is entering a second phase very soon. We have managed to climb up to more than 30% of female founders among our participants now by the end of the project. But for me, this still is not enough. So this demo day is not the end of something. It is, let's say, a proof of concept moment where we see that really we can change something together. And we want to continue with this collaboration in our second phase. We are really looking forward to exploring this right after this session now. And we expect the commission by our ministry for the second phase sometime in the next month prior to Christmas. And of course, Ghana will still be an important location for MEKT in the future. Plus, we will go into many partnering countries across Africa. So there's so much more to explore now. But before we do that on an institutional level, I will be really happy to see what we can explore now on the, let's say, product and innovation level. Looking forward to this day today. A big thank you to the organizers who, let's say, against all odds of the COVID crisis, have really managed to turn this into a virtual and equally high quality event. So really looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jan. And we are also very excited. So without further ado, I would like us to hand over to our Nairobi team, where we will start to hear from a series of fantastic pitches. We will have 4 from Nairobi, Kenya, and they will start off with Formula. The pitches will run for 5 minutes, and since this is a demo day, we don't have a Q&A portion, but if you do have any pressing questions, then please just drop them in the chat box and we will make sure that they get answered throughout, whether it's through the demo day or afterwards. So here we go for the very exciting part. I can see that we're already handing over to our Kenya team. And we will also have our first pitch, which will be Vivian Opondo from Formula.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you're joining us. My name is Vivian Opondo. I am CEO and co-founder at Formula. Yes, that's me at the right of the screen at a farm in Molo, Kenya, back in 2015 when my friends and I tried out our hands at farming. Needless to say, we ended up losing the $3,000 we had invested. For context, that is 300,000 Kenyan shillings. We lost the money not because our produce did not do well, but because straight from moving our produce from farm to market, we had difficulties accessing logistics. So we had to seek the assistance of a broker to be able to move our produce from farm to market. Once we got to the open air market in Nairobi, we were then informed that in order to sell our produce, we need to know a broker who will then sell our produce on our behalf and give us our cut. Yes, it was our produce, but we were the ones getting our cut. Without denying that open air markets provide opportunity for the 60 million farms located in Africa to be able to sell their produce, they do not account for data collection that can be used to improve the movement of food from farm to market. Secondly, they erode farmers and buyers' margins. This sector has players already in it, and it is valued at $8 trillion. This is the current nature of the agricultural supply chain on the African continent. It is fragmented, as you can see. You find that for food to move from farm to market, it has to interact with irrelevant players at different stages. Meet Shiko. Shiko has been one of our customers since the time we launched in November 2019. Before working with Formula, Shiko will have to wake up early in the morning and go to Marikiti Market, which is the main open air market in Nairobi. Once Shiko got to the market, she would have to interact with up to 3 brokers to be able to buy her produce. After buying her produce and incurring markup from brokers, Shiko would incur a hefty fee to have her produce transported to her business. This will take her roughly 3 hours before she will go back to her premise and start her day. Enter Formula. We are building the future of food distribution on the African continent, and we've been able to cut down the supply chain to only relevant players. This is how our supply chain looks like. We only employ the services of relevant players on our platform. We cut down delivery time to 15 minutes. We do not take any markups, and we do data analysis for our customers. How our customers interact with us is through Voice.io. Voice.io is a virtual assistant that integrates with already existing applications on our customer's phone. Take, for example, Shiko. When she wants to order produce from Formula, all she has to do is go on her WhatsApp and tell Voice.io the produce she wants to order for that day. Voice.io will then add the orders into Shiko's cart. Once Shiko is satisfied, she will check out and tell Voice.io she wants to pay via M-Pesa. After payment, Voice.io will generate a receipt for Shiko. And unlike before, when Shiko will come from Marikiti Market and put pen to paper to be able to track her purchases, now she can go and request order history in real time and receive it via WhatsApp. As I mentioned, there are already players in this space, and this space is worth $8 trillion. But what sets Formula apart from other players is the infrastructure we are building. We are building an end-to-end solution that helps farmers sell their produce directly to buyers and buyers access produce directly from the farm, cutting out irrelevant players across the chain. Secondly, we are asset light. We do not own logistics. We do not own storage, neither do we take any inventory. Instead, we employ the services of the relevant players on our platform, and we are able to provide these services to our customers. Lastly, as I mentioned, we are building the future of food distribution on the African continent, and we're using a product called Voice.io. Voice.io is a virtual assistant that we integrate with already existing applications on our customers' phone. We have been able to acquire and retain up to 100 customers to date. of whom we fulfilled up to 3,000 of their orders, and this converts to $60,000 US in transaction. How we make money is every time a customer like Shiko places an order on our platform, we take 50% of the money we save him or her. Secondly, we do leverage out our product as a software as a service solution. And with that, we charge a minimum of $15, depending on the number of customers or products the business wants to put on our platform to be able to reach their customer. Lastly, for every partner on our platform, we take 10% of all the transactions they transact on our platform. This is our timeline. For 2020, we were targeting to launch in Lagos, grow our customer base to 300 customers, and integrate Voice IO onto our WhatsApp bot. We were able to meet our milestones, except the 300 customers, which we are targeting to hit in Q4. Come 2021, we will be enabling Voice IO onto feature phones. So regardless of whether you have a smartphone or not, you'll still be able to use our solution. Secondly, due to demand, we will be offering fast-moving consumer goods on our platform. Come 2022, we plan on growing our partner base to 10 logistic partners and 10,000 storefronts that act as our partners, so as to be able to cut delivery time down to 15 minutes. We will also be increasing the accuracy of Voice IO to 98% and expand into the larger African region. In 2023, we will be able to fulfill 30,000 orders through our platform. That is monthly, and this will convert to $1 million in transaction on our platform. Our ask is $500,000, and we're asking for this money to be able to hire a partnership lead, hire a software sales lead, and be able to set up an internal developer and testing team. What this will enable us to do is achieve our milestone of getting 10 logistic partners and 10,000 storefronts across Africa. Secondly, we will start fulfilling 30,000 orders monthly, which will convert to $1 million in transaction monthly. The team that is bringing Voice IO to market comprises I, Vivian Opondo, Ibrahim Abdulmalik, our COO, Ame Madani, our CTO, and Jackie Kimani, our CPO. Together, we have 11 years experience in 10 years experience in operations and 2 years of experience in data science. We are Pamela, and we are building the future of food distribution on the African continent. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Vivian. That was great. That was great. So now moving on, if there are any investors or any potential partners for Formula that are in the attendee box, then please either drop a message to partnerships@Meltwater or Formula directly, and following this, and we can facilitate some partnerships as well. Our next pitch comes also from Kenya, and it's Mama Prime, and we'll welcome Anne Chege next.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever part of this world you're watching us from. My name is Anne Chege, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Mama Prime. I'll start my presentation with a question. How many of us have had to pay for insurance or for medical expenses at any point out of pocket? You've gone to a hospital, you don't have enough money, and you have to pay for your medical cover. I believe all of us have at some point. So imagine how much harder it is for a pregnant mother who has to pay for her medical expenses, for her clinics, and for everything out of pocket. That is why we started Mama Prime. Meet Angela. Angela is a middle-income earner in Kenya. She earns 35,000 shillings in Kenyan currency, which translates to $350. She has no insurance cover. And that means for her to be able to access medical care, she'll have to be able to go to a low-quality hospital, which in turn means she'll not be able to access the best of care, which by extension means she might have neonatal mortality for her child and maternal mortality for herself. So imagine how much stress this gives to Angela, the anxiety it causes her, and how much all that affects her family. So Mama Prime came up with a solution. It's an automated financial planning platform that's a health wallet where Angela can be able to pay for her maternal health care That's her ANC, that is her prenatal care, her delivery and postnatal care in flexible installments throughout her maternal journey. She's able to avoid all the stress that comes with a one-off payment. She has more peace of mind. She's assured she'll have more money during delivery. And that also means she has better planning for her finances for her entire home. And this is how Mama Prime works. Angela dials the USSD *384*67#. For her, it is entirely cost-free. She's able to choose a hospital of her choice, make piecemeal payments over time. She's also able to get help from her friends, her family, and anyone else along her journey. She can access this service both online and offline, both at no extra cost. Throughout her journey, she's able to get reminders, you haven't paid by your expected delivery date. She's able to get customer education, that is, this is how to better take care of yourself, this is how to take care of your unborn child. All these things ensure that she's able to get a better experience for herself and for her child during her entire delivery. Angela also has increased access to hospitals that she previously wouldn't have had access to. And once her delivery is due and she has excess money remaining in her wallet, her money either moves to the health wallet or is entirely refunded, depending on what it is that she prefers. And throughout her entire journey, whenever she makes payments, she visits clinics, she's able to earn loyalty points from it. And this is how it works. So she'll dial the USSD, make payments over time. At her final, whenever she finishes making her final payment, she'll be able to get an SMS. The SMS will be able to tell her, this is your receipt code, which is what she will present to the cashier. If extra money is unused, she's able to get this refunded back to her health wallet, or she can ask for her cashback, depending on what she wants. So far, we've been able to serve 984 customers. We have 7 hospitals present in 13 branches across the country, and we've been able to do transactions worth $196,243. We want to be able to grow this to bigger and better numbers, better hospitals, more hospitals. That is why we're asking for your help. The revenue model we have is we get commission from the hospital. Angela has no extra cost. So we make 5 to 10% commission on the hospital. And since we are keeping the money throughout the mother's maternal journey, we're able to get an interest from the particular bank in question. And currently we are getting that interest at 9%. So this is what we've been able to do from 2018 all the way to 2020. Currently we have 7 hospitals, 984 mothers, as I say. We want to grow this to 100 hospital partners, and we want to be able to move out of the borders of Kenya, Tanzania, and Nigeria to other African countries, because maternal care is not a Kenyan problem. These are the current partners we have. We have DTB, we have FlexPay, we have Safaricom, and the different hospital partners where mothers can be able to access medical care. And this is our current management team. I'll not dwell on many others. I'll just talk about Sharon Shivuli, who's in charge of our healthcare. For us to be able to give the mothers the best experience, we have Sharon as part of our management team. She's a professional midwife, and she has a medical degree. So she gives us the best advice to be able to know how do we talk to this mother, what are the needs of the mother. That ensures that the healthcare we give the mother, other than just the savings plan, is top notch. These are the different awards we've been able to win. We won the Sanofi Challenge, the DFS Lab in 2019, and the Women in Africa 2020. And this is what we are asking for. We're asking for 500,000 pre-seed funding. We're asking for interest in terms of partners, in terms of networks, introduction to hospitals, advisory board, technical, mentorship support, so that you can be able to have the different people, so that you can be able to have more people on board, so that you can be able to give more services to the mother. Yes, you can reach us through the email address provided, ann.chege@mamaprime.co.ke. And you can also check our website, mamaprime.co.ke, to receive all the information. You'll also get our contacts there. Thank you very much for taking your time. We're looking forward to having you on board so that you can be able to make maternal health care affordable to all. Thank you very much.
We're having a bit of technical issues down in Kenya, so we've decided to push on and move to the presentations in Ghana. So next up, we will have a presentation from Itumeleng, or Tumi for short, who is from Invoicia. So Tumi, whenever you're ready, please go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Tumi and I'm a co-founder and CEO at Invoicia. We develop credit solutions to help small businesses gain access to cash. Now, we help small businesses like Maxwell. He's a supplier of meat to a multinational hotel. However, he gets paid 30 days after delivery. Now, what this means for Maxwell is that while he's waiting for payment from his customers, he's unable to take on new business orders due to lack of working capital. Now, this problem is prevalent for small businesses that supply to large corporations, as they are unable to efficiently run their operations and also unable to grow due to these long payment terms. Now, we developed a peer-to-peer marketplace where the small businesses can sell their unpaid invoices in exchange for working capital. Now, this is how it works. After Maxwell delivers to his customer, he submits his invoice on Invoicia, where we verify it and release it onto our marketplace and crowdfund up to 80% of what Maxwell needs. Now, Maxwell can use this money for him to take on new business orders while we wait for his customer to pay us on day 30. We can assign to Maxwell. We then deduct the principal, plus our interest, and send the remainder back to Maxwell. Now, for us to run these operations efficiently, we need to make sure that we protect ourselves from impersonation, default, fraud, and also diversion of funds. And this is how we do it. We undertake identity checks for all the small businesses that onboard on Invoicia. We also run payment cycle analysis on the SME's past invoices. And now secondly, we ensure that, thirdly, we ensure that every invoice that comes onto our marketplace has been verified with the SME's customer, and that every payment of that particular invoice is assigned into an escrow account that reaches Invoicia. Now, small businesses like Maxwell prefer Invoicia services, not only for our convenience, our speed and flexibility, but more importantly, because we actually develop credit scoring for these small businesses. And also we give them market analysis for their current and also future customers that they wish to procure. All right, this is because we're addressing a market that currently transacts over 126 million in working capital. And we're reaching out to the rest of Africa with a transaction value of 9.6 billion on an annual basis. Now, this shows you just how large this market is. Now, to date, we have received requests worth of $800,000, but due to lack of liquidity, we were only able to finance up to $400,000 of that. Now, not to end there, for other forms of financing, apart from receivables financing, we've also received requests worth over $600,000 for other forms of financing, such as distributor and merchant financing. Now, we would not have gotten this far without our partners that trusted us with equity funding, and this is MEST. And also, in addition to that, we also get business advisory support and market access amongst other partners too. But this is not all. As you can see, this problem is big. We need more partners to help us with access to market, because there are many other SMEs out there that need this service. But to balance that request, we also need access to finance to ensure that we can finance these SMEs and help them grow. But in order for our services to be efficient and for us to handle the volumes, we also need partners that can help us in compliance and integrations, because we're handling payments, collections, and also we need to ensure that every data that comes onto our system is properly validated. Now, this is put together by a team that has experience in business development, product development, software development, and customer experience. We're also upskilling ourselves in machine learning to make our processes a lot more seamless. And to top it all, we're from 3 different countries in Africa: Nigeria, South Africa, and Ghana. So you can just imagine how far and wide we plan on growing. We are Invoicia, and we are unlocking working capital.
Fantastic presentation. Thank you so much. Perfect. So for those of you who are just joining us, if you're interested in getting in touch with any of these any of the ladies who are pitching today, then please either reach out to MEST or reach out to them directly. We're very much looking forward to seeing how they progress on their journeys following this accelerator program. Next up, we have another founder from Ghana. We'll have Yasmin from Africa Global Radio. Welcome, Yasmin. Sorry, Yasmin, your mic is still on mute. So Ghana production, can we unmute, please?
Hello, everyone. My name is Yasmin Bitugu, co-founder and CEO of Africa Global Radio. Africa Global Radio is an online radio station based here in Ghana, which produces, promotes, and uncovers compelling content on the diverse narratives in Africa and the African diaspora. We are really excited about producing and promoting and changing the narrative on Africa. The problem: mainstream narratives on Africa dominate the news agenda. There's a deficiency of inspiring, compelling, positive narratives on Africa. We entreat you to support us in changing that story. Africa needs more African voices telling Africa's story, offering new perspectives on the African continent. It is our mission to produce compelling, empowering narratives, showcasing brilliance, showcasing success, showcasing innovation, and showcasing progress. Imagine an African version of the BBC World Service. That's our mission, and that's where we wish to get to. There's a huge market opportunity in digital radio. In 2023, digital radio is on track to generate $4 billion of revenue. In the US, which according to our audience metrics, the US is our biggest, month after month, the US is our biggest audience according to our metrics, which shows a huge appetite and interest for African content. Beyond that, here in Ghana, most of our FM radio stations concentrate their content on domestic politics. This provides a great opportunity for us to provide diverse content on global perspectives to local radio stations, not just here in Ghana, but across Africa. Our target audience is split up into 3 segments. Our base Ghana, 40%, the diaspora at 30%, and Africa at 30%. Our content is also split across 4 different categories: news and business, academia and history, creative arts, and entertainment and lifestyle. Our revenue streams. Yes, we're a radio station, and therefore, of course, we generate income from radio advertising. But we also have a multi-purpose studio, which allows us the opportunity to offer studio rentals to clients. And we are also a media production house. So we don't only produce content, we also produce content for clients, for independent content which they may use for across their platforms. So we can produce content, we can create content for video and audio. Our traction so far. To date, we have been able to raise $53,000 US. We have been able to build a community of over 47 followers across all our platforms, and we are building an organic network of journalists across Africa, at the moment representing 14 countries. We also have strategic partnerships in the tech space, the entrepreneurship space, the creative arts space, and the internship space. Our team includes technicians, business development and management, and program hosts and content creators. I'm also very happy to say it is gender balanced. Our ask. We're asking for $125,000 because we wish to scale up and fast over a period of 36 months. Our burn rate currently is $3,472 monthly. If we were to get this funding, 30% would go in sales and marketing, 40% would go into content creation and development, and 30% in administrative work. We are committed to changing the narrative, showing brilliance, showing progress, showing innovation. We want to create and spread good news from Africa to a global audience that is interested in Africa and interested in its growth. Join us. It's our story, it's our growth, it's our future. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Yasmin. That was great. That was fantastic. Now we're gonna push forward to our next female founder, who will be also pitching from Ghana, and this is Cynthia, who is from Trustee Farm. Welcome, Cynthia. I also see that Ghana production is muted, so let's unmute and get started.
Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia Ave, co-founder at Trustee Farm. Trustee Farm is a digital marketplace for fresh produce, and we are helping farmers and consumers to find each other easily without so much wasting of time and money. So we have already been fortunate enough to be working with over 2,000 farmers to help them in getting their produce to market. And we are solving a huge challenge for them. The problem is that most of these farmers find it extremely difficult to get their produce to market. Consumers, on the other hand, find it extremely difficult as well to get access to these farmers and verify the safety of their produce. This activity is time consuming for both farmers and consumers. And that is exactly why we created Trustee Farm. You can think of Trustee Farm as a tool that connects farmers to consumers. That way, farmers have constant access to markets to increase their yield and increase their revenue. Consumers have a one-stop shop where they can buy everything they need from, and they have a tool to verify the safety of their food. At the end, we are solving a huge problem for these two parties. Since inception, we've been able to raise $10,500 in grants and investments. We've made $42,000 in sales, and we have an outstanding order of $85,000 monthly. We have been making some impact too. We have paid out about $30,000 to some of the farmers. We have employed 2 graduates, and we have profiled and reached 2,000 farmers. Since we started, we had some partners that helped us thrive. Some of these partners are FIBA, they are the Agency for French Development, YPAD, which is a community of young people who are passionate about farming, IADA Lab, and Participatory Guarantee Systems that certifies local organics. Our revenue model is to charge a 10% commission for both commercial consumers and individual consumers. And in the future, we plan to charge a monthly subscription for SMEs who would want to list their product on our platform. And the market we are going after is quite big when you think about a daily spend of 110 million USD on fruits and vegetables alone. And we are anticipating to charge 10 USD on a minimum order on our platform. And this is projected to give us 1.6 million USD in 5 years. We are not the only ones trying to get access to market for farmers. There are other players in this field, but we are trying to differentiate ourselves by using data predictive models like AI and IoT to match demand to supply easily. We are also building a proprietary food verification app for consumers for them to check the safety of their fresh produce. We are projecting a 5-year revenue of $1.6 million at an annual growth rate of 14%. And that is why we need $2,000 and $50,000 for 36 months. This money will help us make upfront payment to farmers, develop our product and improve it further for sales and marketing, and for payroll and admin. We anticipate that our burn rate per month will be $2,700. But that's what we do. Who are we? We are a team poised for growth and success. We have experience spanning tech, business, agribusiness, and agri-economics, and we are ready for growth. We are looking for individuals, businesses, organizations to partner with us to create more impact for farmers. Who do you know? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. That was fantastic. It was great to hear your presentation. Next up, we have one of our Nigerian companies that is actually pitching in Ghana, so Codelin. They have their business in both localities. You'll hear more from Elahor in just a moment. But yes, whenever you guys are ready, we'll hear from Codelin and Elahor. Thank you. So the sound is not working on our end.
Hello everyone, I am Ella Thomas, CEO and co-founder of Codelin, and today I'll be sharing with you the Codelin story. Having worked in the tech space, my co-founders and I discovered a common problem. Recruiting programmers can be a hectic and time-consuming process. It takes an average of 3 months to fill a key tech role. Ask Esther, the HR at Union Bank in Lagos. During the COVID lockdown, she was tasked to urgently fill positions in the IT department of her bank. Her challenges were where to find skilled programmers, how to validate the quality, and the long time to hire. But not anymore. With Codelin, our talent marketplace helps her to seamlessly search through candidates and manage her applications. Our testing platform allows her to validate the coding skills of her potential hire. We're able to help her hire 15 engineers in a very short span during the lockdown. Well, of course, we're solving a global problem. These are a few of our closest competitors, but the good news is we know what they have for breakfast. We have Stu10, who focuses on entry-level engineers, while offers and fills up roles in 26 days. Jobberman and Van Hacker focus on general professionals, while we have Upwork and Cummins that are focused on freelancers for short-term gig. But we are unique in the sense that we have a cutting-edge proprietary software solution that helps to validate the coding skills of your potential hires, thereby cutting down the risk of a bad hire by 70%. Our processes are automated end-to-end, thereby reducing the time to hire from 3 months to 2 weeks, cutting down recruitment time by 80%. Of course, we are also creating impacts by connecting our local African programmers to global opportunities. I'm sure you agree with me that programming language is the only global language. We are currently in two markets. We're in Ghana and Nigeria, and the estimated size of that market is 38 million USD. We bill our clients a 15% commission on the programmer's annual gross salary, while our services are free for the programmers. We started Codelink in August 2018, and our first year we're focused on product development and also getting our talent, the talent base. We currently have over 11,000 software engineers. In Q4 of 2019, we shifted focus to the demand side to get clients that would require the services of our programmers. Then in the next quarter, we'll be licensing our testing platform to companies who want to hire and test their potential hires. This will be an additional source of revenue for the company. In next quarter as well, we are expanding to Kenya, and we plan to expand to other regions based on demand. Then in about 4 years' time, we're exploring other non-tech roles where our talents generally can work remotely. So far, we have 11,700 programmers. We have filled up 66 positions with a placement free ratio of 90%. These are a few of our notable clients and partners. To mention a few, we are very excited to have worked with Wikipedia. Yes, the Wikipedia. We had one of our programmers work with them on a project. We've worked with Express Pay in Ghana. We've worked with Union Bank in Nigeria, Dell AI in Southern America, Digital Ocean in the US, and Rincio and Estocloud in France. I'm sure you agree with me that indeed we are solving a global problem. We also have partners, IBM, Microsoft, and MEST, who help us with our engineers for resources, and we are in close collaboration with the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Meet the team. My co-founders and I, we all have a background in engineering, and we started Codelink because we had found a problem that we're passionate about and we had the expertise to solve. Together, we have over 30 years experience across sales, software development, and recruitment. We are also backed by our mentor, Tosin Faniru, who works for the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, and on the engineering side, Thorsten Reuters, who used to work as the VP of Engineering at PwC. We are looking to raise 500,000 USD. Funds will be put across into sales and marketing, company expansion across Europe and Africa, staffing across sales, operations, and engineering. We are also looking for partners who believe in our mission as Codelink and are willing to help us drive our vision. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elohor, and great job and fantastic from everyone who's out there in the Ghana team. So now we will take a quick shift over into the Nigerian team, where we will have a pitch from One Kiosk Africa. We will give them just a minute to hand over and set up, and then come back for the pitch. So please give us a few minutes here to transition over. Okay, perfect. We are now ready. Thank you everyone for waiting. Next up, we have Adeshina from Africa and Nigeria.
Hello. My name is Oluwatomisin Adewumijon, and I'm the COO for One Kiosk Africa. How much will you pay to get your gate groceries and market sourcing taken off you? Over 1.3 billion small and medium-scale enterprises across Africa are struggling to get access to market and also access to finance. Busy working professionals like you have to wait 2 to 5 days to get their groceries delivered to their doorstep. And over 500 million professionals like you account for this figure across Africa. We can see an untapped informal retail sector in Africa, lack of data for MSMEs to access finance, and poor turnaround time for delivery to customers. At One Kiosk Africa, we aggregate local and medium-scale retailers. We leverage on geolocation and machine learning to connect customers and sellers. We have access to dashboard and credit facilities for our retailers and efficient delivery cycle. 1 hour for direct shopping and same-day delivery for open market orders. Our customers simply go to our platform, input their location, you can see stores around them. You place your order and either our One Kiosk Pro or our partners pick up, our delivery partners pick up from you and deliver to your doorstep. And on the vendor side, our vendors can see products on their platform and also see the delivery company picking up from them. So the vendors can see the products on their platform, how much they have made, and also who is picking up, either a dispatch rider or One Kiosk Pro. With over 500 million internet users across Africa, and it's over 20 billion Nigeria is estimated to be the value in Nigeria. The market is expected to grow to over 200 billion in Africa. E-commerce has the potential to create over 300 million new jobs in Africa, according to Boston Consulting Group. We earn based on commission, subscription, and interest on 30 days trade financing. With 1 million transactions at an average of $7, we are projected to have $7 million in revenue. Our customer acquisition cost is $2.24, and lifetime value is $240 at an average of 12 months. With over 14,000 registered merchants, 4,000 active users, 2 logistic partners, and over 200 One Kiosk Pros, we have done 400,000 in GMV. We have won several awards and in partnership with various companies like the Go-Kada, Bolt, House of Tara, and this. The team brings together a total of 30 years in experience combined, with myself as the CEO, Adeshina as the CEO, and Ochukwu as the CTO of the company. We are asking for a $500,000 to be invested in new features development, grow our user base and operations over the next 12 months. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Oluwatomi-san. I'm really sorry that I said the wrong name at the beginning, but thank you so much. That was a fantastic presentation. And also, you're the only one from actually in the hotel in Nigeria. Well done. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
So now we will head back to Kenya. We will give the team a few minutes just to set up so that we can get everything working. But we will be on track with 2 more presentations, the first of which being from Afrikapu. So let's just give them a minute to set up. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Apologies for that hiccup and thank you for your patience. My name is Nasreen Ali. I'm the founder and CEO of Afrikapu. I'm passionate about inclusion of low-income households, especially women and girls. I grew up in Mombasa, and witnessing my mother's struggles during my formative years made me empathize with women and girls with a vision to start and run their own businesses. In 2015, I founded a financial technology company for women micro-entrepreneurs. Today, Cherahani serves over 17,000 women across Kenya. With that came, apologies for that. With that, over time, I got curious to understand what's keeping many of these female-owned businesses from reaching their full potential. And I learned that it boils down to 3 things: lack of business knowledge, limited financial resources, and poor access to markets. And last year, I decided to found Afrikapu to address the needs that the financial technology company was not yet addressing. According to a report by Armac, the global handcraft market value reached $583 billion in 2018. This is estimated to grow to over 1,000 billion in 2024, growing at a compound annual rate of 11%. Kenya alone is home to over 10 million women-owned businesses. 2.2 million micro-enterprises shut down in the last 5 years at an average age of 3.8 years, raising a concern for the business environment for micro-businesses in Kenya. Africapo is mainly targeting such women-led micro-businesses. Africapo is a two-sided social enterprise that sells African handmade products made by marginalized communities in rural and informal sectors to the rest of the world in a structured, profitable, and sustainable way. Our model combines a frontline of field officers and technology to educate and train these artisans in the informal sector to create their productions to meet international standards, and then we offer them market linkages through our e-commerce platform and global market participation. The platform rewards the artisans points, loyalty points for every purchase of their products, and this is a 10% bonus to the artisan, which we incorporate into our costs, and it acts as a fixed deposit method for them to save for a life goal such as children's education, purchase of land, or business expansion and diversification. The slides. The screen is fine. We generate revenue from the 20 to 30% margin that we add on the final product price. Our sales avenues include our e-commerce platform, global distribution partners, our participation in global trade fairs, and influencer collaborations. We do face competition from open air markets, global online stores such as Etsy, non-profit organizations, and other global producers such as Chinese manufacturers or Indian artisans. But how we set ourselves apart is that we combine technology with human intervention to serve the underserved markets, as well as increase our efficiency. We conduct capacity building programs for artisans to ensure their product quality standards reach the international market standards. We put the financial health of our artisans at the core of our business by offering them the loyalty program, which ensures long-term financial independence. Our products are made from ethical and eco-friendly material, and we leverage on the community networks to ensure that which who have a collaborative culture, and this lowers our servicing costs and increases loyalty among the artisans. We have so far sold over 20,000 handmade products to over 10 countries globally, including USA, Canada, UK, Europe, South Africa, South Sudan, and more. We've trained over 10,000 artisans, directly impacting over 5,000 lives in the informal sector in Kenya. We've received funding from USADF, the US Department of State, City Foundation, and continue to receive technical support from these partners, in addition to the UNCTAD and Alibaba Business School. Our distribution partners include DHL, Mojo Socks, among others. We estimate to break even by the end of 2021, and we ensure we have a run rate of at least 6 months at any given time. Despite the pandemic, we've managed to have an average sales of over $4,000 in the last 6 months. Our plans for the future include training over 10,000 artisans in 10 different countries in Africa by 2025. We're looking at digitizing our training curriculums, and this will enable us to reach that goal. Africapo is also looking at setting up a production facility and a resource center in Kenya, as well as recruit about 150,000 people in the next 5 years. Eventually, we're looking at opening up physical stores and hopefully start a global Africapo franchise. Africapo is backed by a team of about eight motivated individuals passionate about technology and women economic empowerment. The founding team includes myself, Natasha, and Imran, who is currently based in London, and he's managing our partnerships in that region. We're backed by a team of 3 board members with experience in technology, in financial inclusion, and women economic empowerment. From reputable international organizations such as USADF, Village Capital, TechBiz, among others. We're looking for distribution partners who will resell our products and act as our brand ambassadors in their respective locations. We're raising a seed capital of 500,000 to digitize our trainings, to increase our marketing activities, as well as to grow our artisan portfolio. We're also looking at growing our advisory board, who will support us in setting the strategic direction of the organization, as well as ensure we remain true to our purpose. We really appreciate technical support, especially to advance our digital platform and to develop a CRM and knowledge platform for Africapo. We hope you'll be able to join our journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nasreen, for a fantastic presentation. And also you've beaten all the odds of the technology issues that we've been having today. So now we'd like to move on to our last presentation of this demo day. Definitely not the least, we'll have Anne Kamau from Cover App, also from the Nairobi team.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody from wherever you're watching. I'm glad to be here and to be talking to you about Cover Up. Cover Up, my name is Anne Kamau from Cover Up Kenya. Cover Up is an insurtech solution that enables you buy insurance services on the go from the comfort or from the comfort of your mobile phone. My mission is to provide affordable insurance on the go to those who need it most. Now, Kenya, as an economy, like many other African economies, has majority of the population employed by the informal sector. These are smallholder farmers and small and micro business enterprises, together with other informal jobs from the industries and also from home settings. And what you find is that in Kenya, majority of the insurance services that are available, they are designed for the minority formal sector. And this leaves majority of the economically active population with no formal risk mitigation mechanisms. And that risks sinking them lower into the cycle of poverty in event of an insurable risk. Now, when you look at this, the numbers on the screen, you will notice that only 29% of Kenyans have any form of insurance. I will shock you further by telling you that of this 29%, only 3% have a private insurance policy. The 26% have the National Hospital Insurance Fund, and that is what counts for the insurance that they have. And so for this, the 71% who are not covered, these are the majority of the population who are in the informal sector, who are not able to access the risk mitigation, insurance as a risk mitigation mechanism, simply because insurance is complicated. Now, I know that if I were to ask even all the people in this who are listening to me, if you have ever read end-to-end the policy documents that you have for the insurance solutions that you have, most probably the answer will be no. And what we find is that insurance has a lot of legal jargon, it has a lot of insurance jargon that makes it look so complex. Also, the population will tell you that insurance gives in the large print and then it takes away in the small print. So people are never certain of what they have bought. And for that reason, then the market tends to mistrust any insurance service that is sold to them. And the mistrust spirals down to a negative perception of the market. So even if a solution came that was suitable for the people, then they will fail to buy it simply because they have a negative perception about it, resulting to informal risk mitigation mechanisms that are not sufficient to cover their needs. Now, Cover Up comes in to address this problem of low penetration. And what we are doing is that we have a solution for everybody. We ensure that anybody in Kenya, whether in the informal sector or the formal sector, can be able to buy a simple, tailor-made insurance policy from the comfort of their mobile phone. And because they can purchase in under 5 minutes, then people are tending to interact more with insurance services, and thus building the trust in the new solutions that they are finding. In trust building, Our trust building is enhanced by the fact that you do not have to coerce any person to buy. The buying process is intuitive in that you will access it on your mobile phone the same way you access any other digital service, the same way people will access their social media accounts. You can actually just click, download the app and be able to interact with it and source for a product that you want. And because people can see no one is pushing you to buy, then they make the decision to buy because we're giving the purchasing power back to the customer. We are moving away from the hard sell that is what traditional insurers do. And because of this, the perception in insurance is changing. People are beginning to interact with insurance differently. And the fact that they get a policy document in their inbox within 5 minutes of purchasing, then it gives them that confidence that I think this thing is working. Further, in our distribution strategy, we go to our customers, we don't wait for them to come to us. So we find them where they are on the digital platforms. We also find them in the retail outlets where they buy their electronics and their appliances. So for example, when somebody is buying a television set for their house, then they can buy insurance embedded into the cost of the television set on the spot. And then we give them an opportunity to go home and onboard other assets they have in the house onto the same cover they bought from the shop at no additional cost. So looking at the market opportunity, I have already talked about the 71% who have never had an insurance policy. But of importance to of import that I would want to mention is that we have 54 insurance companies in Kenya who are scrambling for 3% of the population who are employed by the formal sector, leaving out the 9 million plus who are employed by the informal sector. That is the person that I am targeting. My business model is three-pronged. We have an insurance agency model where we earn commissions of between 10% and 40% from the insurance industry, depending on the policy that we have bought. Further, we have a software as a service model, which is a white label model, and we currently have interest from 2 insurance companies, Radiant Insurance Company from Rwanda and Metropolitan Canon Insurance Company from Kenya. Further, we have the cover up shop model, and this is an interesting model that mimics the agency banking model that is now widely acceptable in Kenya, because people can be able to buy to transact their financial services from an agency, and these are high-level banking services that can be transacted from an agency. We have partnered with the banks that are offering agency banking services to be able to put up cover up shop where people can transact their agency banking services, and at the same time, they can download cover up and they can get to know more about it, giving a human touch to the digital or the tech platform that we are providing. And thus we are riding on the trust of people on agency banking services to be able to trust insurance more. In terms of our product flow, from beginning to finish, that is from the moment somebody logs on to Cover Up to when they buy their policy, there are 6 simple steps. And at the end of the 6 simple steps that take less than 5 minutes, our customer has a policy document in their inbox. I don't know how you can beat that in terms of building trust in the industry. Now, our achievements. Over time, over the 3 years we have been in operation and building the app, we have managed to partner with 5 insurance companies for an end-to-end integration using APIs. This is a first in Kenya because Kenya as an industry, insurance companies are very protective of their data and their systems, but they have allowed Cover Up to integrate directly with them for a real-time customer experience when the customer is buying, which validates our model and tells us that there is something even the industry is seeing that they can leverage on. Further, we have a web application that is already launched and working. We have 6 products available on the app. We have launched a digital marketing campaign that have driven downloads. And we have our first Cover Up shop in a town called Eldoret in Kenya. And over all that, we have won the InsurTech of the Year 2019 award that was given by Africa Reinsurance Corporation through the Africa Insurance Organizations Forum. I will skip our 2020 objectives because they have been thrown off balance by COVID, but the COVID situations, and go straight to our financial projections. So looking at the financial projections, we will be breaking even by the 3rd year, and then by the 5th year, we will be returning a decent profit. So what we are asking from our investors is an investment of $600,000 over the 5-year period to enable us break even in the 3rd year and start returning a decent profit by the 5th year. And out of this, in the 1st year, we will touch 5,000 lives with an insurance policy, and we will generate a revenue of $86,000. What has our COVID response been? Now, we have sought out alternative revenue models, and the key one is partnership with other organizations to enable us continue selling, because the COVID situation has interrupted our regular or the plans that we had. And one of the things I'm happy to report is that we have already partnered with 2 government agencies in Kenya to be able to offer Cover Up as a platform through which the insurance industry can validate it can validate data from the government to be able to support the KYC details they need for their customers. And as I finish, this is our leadership team. I am currently the CEO at Cover Up. I have over 15 years experience in microinsurance business in Kenya. I built the Pioneer Microinsurance company in Kenya, generating a revenue of $6,000 in the 1st year to generating a revenue of over $800 million by the 7th year when I left the company. Barbara is an actuarial scientist, and she has experience. She is the best trained pricing actuary for microinsurance products, and she runs training for microinsurance across Africa. Jeremiah is a digital financial services expert. He is currently running the go-to-market strategy for the IFC across the Africa region for their digital agency services. That is Bima Kenya Agency trading as Cover Up, and that is where you can find us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anne. That was fantastic. And with that end of the Cover App presentation, that also brings us to the end of the demo day. I want to say a huge congratulations and a huge thank you to all the women who presented today. You all did fantastically, and it was fantastic to hear all of your ideas come to life in the presentation today. I would also like to say a big thank you to everyone who joined us to hear the pitches today. I would like to reiterate that if you have any interest in getting in touch with any of the women who pitched today, then please get in touch with us at partnerships@meltwater.org. I've sent the email address in the chat as well. Or if you manage to catch any of their email addresses, please send them an email directly. It's been a 5-month journey with these fantastic ladies, and we're very sad to see it come to an end. From our side, we will have the women join the MEST community and keep on supporting them through their entrepreneurship journeys. And if there's anything that you, through partnership, through your other engagements, that you would like to offer any of the ladies, then please also get in touch with us. This has been a fantastic day, and I would like to say thank you to all of the teams that have helped us coordinate this. So we have Victor and his video team across the continent. We have Fiona, we have Angela, who've been on the ground as well, helping each team coordinate for today. So a big thank you to everyone who made this happen. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out. But thank you very much for today, and bye-bye, everyone.